North Carolina. Jonathan Dern alongside Joe Simmons. Joe, nice to see you again as the Eagles continue along here in 2019, their fifth game in league play, and coming after their first loss against Coppin State. The game went right to the wire, 64-60 Coppin State with the win. It took a three-pointer late from Lamar Morgan in the quarter. He took 10 threes in that game, made 4, and that fourth one is what decided the game for Coppin State.
Yeah, when you look at the way the Eagles have been playing at home, you know that's a disappointing loss. Undefeated at home up until that point, but what they've been doing really well is defending. And even though they defended well in the basketball game, I think they held them about 37% shooting in the game, they still came up with the loss, and that's something that Coach Moten's not going to like a lot. Usually when they defend well, they win basketball games. So
let's take a look on the men's side for North Carolina Central. You can look at this two ways. You can look at it as a positive or as a negative. Gary McKnight Jr. put up a career-high 22 points in that contest. Jabri Blunt followed up with 21 points, one off of his season high since transferring into North Carolina Central. Rashawn Davis, 10 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. Add that up, that's 53 points. That's 53 of 60 points for North Carolina Central. It's a positive for the production, but a negative that you weren't really getting much else out of the rest of this team.
Yeah, the rest of the team came up short, and one of the things that we talked about a little bit before the game is that they play as good as their guards play, and they didn't get a lot of production from the guard position. Most of that scoring came from the front court, Larry being a small forward and Rashawn being the big man. You need more production out top, and if they don't get that production out top, it usually leads to bad games or disappointing losses, and both of those happen as we look at the backcourt play in that game.
So as we get into this game, starting lineups are getting ready to be introduced, but before we get to them, let's get to our City Barbecue keys to the game. Eagle fans, City Barbecue is a proud supporter of Eagle Athletics this basketball season. Bring your home basketball ticket to the City Barbecue location on Highway 54 in Durham. Get a 10% discount on a single meal. See your home game ticket back for additional details. Joe, you look at these two teams. What are your City Barbecue keys?
I think it's going to come down to backcourt play for the Eagles. The backcourt's going to have to step up and play big. I think the front court's going to continue with the production that they had, but they're going to have to defend at a high level to win this game. For Coppin State, they're going to have to shoot the ball well. They're going to need to make some perimeter shots. That's something they haven't been able to do, which is why they struggled and got off to a slow start this year. Morgan State, I'm sorry.
So those are your City Barbecue keys to the game as well. Don't forget, you can actually visit the City Barbecue here in the arena. They have the regular sauce, the swine wine, and the brush fire. That's my personal favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Always have to make a stop there. So starting lineups are being introduced to the floor right now. Those are brought to you by Spoken For Communications. Spoken For Communications, because every child deserves to be heard. First, for the visiting Bears of Morgan State, they are 7-11, 2-3 in league play, coming off of their loss at North Carolina A&T on Saturday. They organized this way in numerical order. Number 0, Stanley Davis, a 6'5" junior guard from Chester, Pennsylvania. Number 1, LaPree McCray Pace, 6'4" sophomore guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The guy to look out for, the point guard of the office, number 2, Martez Cameron, 5'11" senior guard from Chicago, Illinois. Averages 3 assists per game, 7.5 points per game as well. Number 3, Victor Curry, inside 6'8", junior forward from Chicago as well. And then number 5, the freshman, he's on the running for freshman of the year as well. Sherwin Devonish Prince Jr., 6'1" freshman guard from Bladensburg, Maryland. 6 points the last time out, averaging 10.7 points per game, and he's been a factor for Morgan State.
Yeah, he has been, and when he can get it going, they play really well, and they're going to try to look to get him going early in the game.
Eagles in the jump circle. Rashawn Davis ready to jump up against Curry. Davis in the gray, Curry in the orange, and the referee will loft the ball. Tip control by North Carolina Central. They'll go from right to left on your radio dial here in the first half of play. Jordan Perkins, 6'1", sophomore guard from Greensboro, North Carolina, the Gate City. He's running the offense for the Eagles here to start this game. Rashawn Davis, the 6'9", redshirt senior center from Chicago, also on the floor. Ball rolled to him. He loses it out of bounds. Randy Miller Jr., 6'2", junior guard from Odenton, Maryland, outside the perimeter. And number 0, Larry McKnight Jr., 6'4", redshirt senior combo guard from North Miami, Florida. Also inside for the Eagles at the 4, number 1, Zachary Douglas, 6'8", senior forward from Landover, Maryland, as Morgan State strikes first on a streaking layup down the left side from Devonish Prince Jr.
can't have that. He just basically broke the press and went all the way to the basket. Larry kept reaching instead of running through and maybe knocking it away from the back. I know Coach Moore's not going to be happy with that defensive sequence.
There's 2, North Carolina Central 0. Eagles looking for their first bucket. It's McKnight to the right side to Miller. Miller faces up, waits for the screen, rises to the middle of the floor, goes to Douglas, right wing. He releases the tray, connects.
Zachary Douglas getting started with a great shot. Struggled a little bit with a shot from the perimeter the last couple of games. That's big for him right now.
Shooting 31% from the arc in his senior year, and a quick foul called against Randy Miller Jr. at midcourt, and that's the first foul for the Eagles in this game.
Yeah, Randy Miller started the season on fire and has slowed down a little bit as teams have picked up on his production and his spots on the floor. They're pushing him away from the shots that he likes the most.
It's almost like he was running away from the pack, and the pack caught up to him. You know, you're watching NASCAR, the pack gets together, they draft back to the front. It's just about what happened with him to this point of the season. Eagles up by 1, 3-2. Morgan State with the rock as it goes to the top of the perimeter to Cameron. Cameron will hand this one off in the corner. It comes back to the point to Curry. Curry driving to the right side, puts it off the window. It's no good. Pulled down by Douglas. Outlet goes to Perkins, and he'll run the floor. To the left side, McKnight spins to the paint, gets tied up, keeps his pivot foot down. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to Morgan State.
Yeah, nice defensive possession that time. They collapsed on him as he got ready to spin. He spun back into traffic, and there was nowhere to go with the basketball, and the long arms of the defender was able to keep him from getting that pass off and got the jump ball.
Eagles will apply their full court press in their home light grays, the maroon checkerboard pattern down the side. Maroon numbers and letters that read NC Central across the chest. As Davis has the ball on the right side, goes to the middle of the floor into the hands of Devonish Prince. He's spinning his way to the paint, stops and pivots and drops this one off to nobody. Douglas is going to track this one down. He's going to rise with a finger roll and puts it in for 2.
Yeah, nice decision that time. Take it up strong where you can finish, and then back off with the fast break, and they get the easy layup on the other end.
And Morgan State back quickly. The Eagles 5, Morgan State 4. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half of action. Jonathan Duran here alongside Joe Simmons, Hall of Famer here in North Carolina Central, as Miller picks up his dribble and just get caught in between two minds before the pass in the corner.
I thought he was going to throw the lob to Rashawn, and he thought better of it as Rashawn looked like he was in a better position, but he didn't like the angle, but he drug that pivot foot in the process.
Morgan State ready to inbound. They're in their alternate orange jerseys. They're one of the few Adidas schools in the league, and therefore they're wearing the T-shirt jerseys. They weren't too popular in the league, but Morgan State rocking them today. The orange with the white numbers. Read Morgan State on the front. A little bit of a camo trim on there as well. The drive goes to the left corner, and they'll move it back to the top of the perimeter to Cameron. Cameron will hand this one off nearly, but he's going to reverse and go to Curry at the point. 10 to shoot. Curry loses the ball on the floor. Davis trying to get to it. It's going to be McKnight. McKnight slows and gives it to Perkins. Perkins inside Davis. Davis with the jam. A little bit awkward, but he finishes.
Nice pass that time for Jordan Perkins. A little bit late, but he was able to get it and catch it and put it up at the end of the shot.
7-4 Eagles. That's the Rashawn Davis that we've known. This ball goes to the corner. Davis didn't have his best game last time out. 10-10 sounds pretty good, but just the field goal percentage wasn't there. We'll talk a little bit about what he's been doing for the last 4 games as the backdoor pass is in for the layup from Davis.
Yeah, those are pedestrian numbers for him. He's usually way ahead of the game with that. Usually shoots at a high field goal percentage, anywhere from 65 to 70%. Been struggling a little bit the last couple of games.
He's at 67.4% from the field. That's top 5 in the nation. As Perkins goes for the layup, that rolls and rolls all the way around the iron and falls.
Good job by Jordan that time of getting to the finishing point and getting it up there because he knew he had Davis on the other side to clean it up if he missed it.
Eagles ahead by a triple, 9-6. 3.5 minutes gone by here in the first half. Top of the perimeter, pull-up jumper for 2. That is no good, pulled down by Davis. Davis to Perkins on the right side. Perkins gives to McKnight. McKnight picks up his dribble, swings it back to Perkins. Perkins directs, gives to the left side to Miller. Now left wing Douglas. Already has 1-3 in the game. Perkins right side Miller. Spots for 3. Cotton.
And that's what he was doing earlier in the year. And he can get to the ball, get the ball on the elbow. He can knock down that shot in a turnover.
And a timeout taken by Todd Bozeman, I believe.
Maybe not. He may wait for the under 16 timeout.
Well, the Eagles started getting on the floor, but I guess it was just a turnover in the backcourt. The referee pointed back that way. 16:01 to go as the ball is about to the backcourt to Perkins. Eagles up by double score now, 12-6. Right side Douglas. Douglas inside to McKnight. McKnight loses the ball on the floor, tracks it down, gives to Miller. Miller to Perkins. Perkins lobs it inside Douglas. Free throw line, Jay. That's no good. He ran inside by Davis, and that one doesn't fall. Gets his own rebound, turns to the paint, takes the contact, +1.
Yeah,
we'll go to the free throw line when we get back from the break. 14-6, North Carolina Central. 15.5 to go in the first half. You're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech-language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Welcome back to the NCCU Sports Network as Rashawn Davis goes to the free throw line, shooting one, trying to complete this three-point play after an amazing finish around the rim. Davis with the basketball at the line. The free throw's up. It's no good. Rebounded by the Eagles, Jordan Perkins, and Perkins sets the basketball up at the top of the key.
14-6 Eagles. That's Joe Simmons. I'm Jonathan Duran. 15.5 to go in the first half. Perkins swings to the right side of Miller. McKnight, he gives it right back. Perkins, left wing. Spinning, knocked the ball, knocked away. Douglas pump fakes on the three. Hands it off to McKnight. Right side, Miller, NBA range. Yes!
Nice ball movement that time by the Eagles and a lot of patience working the ball around the horn, and Miller was able to step into a 22-footer and knock it down.
17-6 North Carolina Central. 5 minutes gone by. Top of the perimeter, holding on to it is Prince. Now left side jumper just inside the arc is good for two. That one put down by Kyson Rolls, the 6'1 sophomore guard from Newcastle, Delaware.
Yeah, Prince has a really smooth mid-range game, though. I remember a lot of that from him in previous games, but he's really solid around there. His three-point range isn't as solid as his mid-range game.
Inside to Miller, ball knocked away by the orange shirt, so the Eagles will keep it. Last time these two teams met, Morgan State was the only team standing in the way of North Carolina Central in a championship game appearance. And the Eagles won that game 79-70. They didn't do it easily. Tywan Kennelly, who's thankfully, if you're in the Eagles' eyes, graduated from Morgan State, put up a three-pointer at the buzzer. He hit 30 on the head in that game. McKnight for three, left wing. That's also good. Eagles feeling it from downtown. They're 4 for 4.
Nice stroke that time by McKnight, and these shots are less low-stress shots because they're open, but they're also able to get their legs underneath and get into the shot.
20-8, North Carolina Central. Face-up jumper, right block is no good. Pulled down by Davis. Out it goes to Perkins, 3-on-3. Perkins out to Miller. Miller to McKnight, and the Eagles are going to wait now for the wave. McKnight is going to turn and give to the left side. Douglas, and now Perkins. The Eagles into the half court now with 17 to shoot. Perkins into the jump circle, takes the screen to his right. Slows, goes to Miller. Miller again, left side. Hello!
Looks like Miller's found that sweet spot again, and he's able to knock that shot down from 22 again. Maybe just need a little bit more space.
5 for 5 from downtown. 23-8 North Carolina Central. Pass goes inside Davis. Shot is contested. It's no good. Pulled down by Davis. He was able to make that shot difficult for Davis in the low block. Perkins off two screens to his right. It's Douglas for three. Bench up. That shot's no good. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Looking down out of my peripheral vision, I just saw all of the gray shirts come up off that Eagle bench.
Yeah, when they start falling like that, you start seeing everybody getting into the game and everybody thinking every shot's going to go. And that one did look good from Zachary Douglas from deep.
That's the first miss from the perimeter for the Eagles. They're 5 for 6 from the arc now. They lead this one 23-8. 13 minutes and 17 seconds to go here in the first half. Perkins will lob this one to Douglas. Douglas faces up, goes inside. Miller on the reverse, takes the contact, hits the floor, and he'll go to the line for two.
You like to see that from a guy who just knocked down two 22-footers, go to the basket and get the backdoor cut. You know they're going to overplay him a little bit now on that side. So when he comes off that screen now, he can just go backdoor, and he should get a couple of easy looks.
So Randy Miller Jr. to the free throw line. He'll shoot two. How's this for a free throw percentage? 82.8% for the junior from Odenton, Maryland. And as soon as I say that, he skips it to the right.
Yeah. Well, we know he's got a sweet shot. He has a really good form. That one was just a little bit pushed.
2 in, 2 out for the Eagles. Julian Walters will make his first appearance along with Jabri Blunt. Walters the guard, Blunt the forward. As Miller misses that one, it hit just about the same spot, but it didn't follow through. Kyson rolls in the backcourt. He's matched with Walters, goes to the left side, now to the corner. Morgan State still driving, trying to find a field goal. They haven't scored in the last 99 seconds. Left wing, pump fake on the three, top of the perimeter, Rolls. Rolls jumper for two on the line. Rebounded by Miller. Outlet to the left side to Walters. Up ahead to McKnight. McKnight had the ball stripped away as he was going to the paint. And they're going to call this one on the floor, not in the act of shooting.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good defensive play that time as McKnight was going fast. One of the things about Walters, though, he's looking to push the tempo every time he gets it, looking up the floor, so the guys look like they run a little bit harder when he gets it on the ball, gets the ball in the middle of the break.
12:49 to go here in the first half, 23-8 North Carolina Central. As Julian Walters, the senior guard from Madison, Wisconsin, will inbound to Jabri Blunt. Walters shuffles to his right, now back to his left. Pass goes inside to Davis. Right-hand hook. Rattles, wouldn't go in. Again, that was what was automatic for Rashawn Davis at one point in time. Over a 4-game stretch leading up to the game against Maryland Eastern Shore, he was shooting 92% from the floor. As 2 shots at the bucket come up empty from Morgan State. Walters searches, goes up to Miller. Transition three. That's going.
He might miss a couple of free throws, but the three-point stroke is here today.
That's 4 for 4 from downtown from Randy Miller Jr. He has 12, 26-8 Eagles. Three-pointer to respond from Morgan State. No. Brought down by Blunt. Outlet goes to Walters. Walters to the left side, McKnight. Lobbed inside Davis.
Yes, sir.
28-8. Timeout. Todd Bozeman and the Bears. 11:57 to go. Full timeout. Eagles up by 20. Morgan State unheard from in the last 2 minutes. You're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. We're back in 60 seconds.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition to deliver comprehensive state-of-the-art care in a personal community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Welcome back to the NCCU Sports Network as Morgan State inbounds the basketball, bringing the ball up the floor. Cameron with the ball, passes it off. Just Davis. Davis hands the ball back up to the top of the tee. Cameron with the basketball on the left-hand side of the floor. Rawls comes around, hands it to Miller. Miller back out top. Rawls going to the basket, kicks it out wide. Jump shot up, and it's no good.
Rebound pulled down by the gray shirts. Up ahead, Douglas himself. Good gracious. 2 hands, no points.
Wow.
28-8, Morgan State still with an opportunity to respond. And they got to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not going to make Coach Moten happy. You need to get the easy bucket when you can. And Zachary Douglas came up empty that time on the Snowbird.
2 hands, no points. I can't remember the last time I did that. Crowd also letting them know how they felt about that. 2 shots for Morgan State. First free throw is good, so that stops what was a 1 minute, 59 second scoreless streak for Morgan State. Free throw made by Malik Miller. In that same time span, Morgan State still has not made a field goal since the 14:51 mark. Second free throw's missed, rebounded by Douglas. He'll give to Walters. Walters, Douglas, Blunt, McKnight, Miller. Small lineup for North Carolina Central on the floor right now. Walters in the jump circle. Taking his time, he goes to his left. It's McKnight. McKnight rises, finds Blunt. Blunt with 3 threes in the last game. Walters, he's up for 3. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Morgan State. To the left side, it's Martez Cameron. Cameron rolls down, go to David Syfax. Syfax has been a thorn in the Eagles' side as he goes up with a hook shot and it's missed.
Nice move at time as he got the ball on the left-hand side of the floor, came back down the right with the sweeping hook, unable to connect, but showing you what he's capable of with that move, with that shot on the move.
David Syfax is a name that you've heard a lot of in the last couple of years while North Carolina Central and Morgan State have met as he misses the first. 11 points for him the last time these two teams met in Norfolk in the semifinal of the MEAC tournament. He also announced his presence during his freshman year. He put up a dunk against North Carolina Central that was viewed multiple times on various social media platforms. So he's able to make the second. The Eagles did come away with a win in that game, though, and really, in the end, that's all that matters.
That's all everybody remembers.
28-10, Eagles up. Still no field goals in the last 4 minutes for Morgan State. Walters running the offense behind the volleyball line. To the right side of Miller. Hasn't missed yet from the perimeter. Top of the arc now, Reggie Gardner Jr., three-point shooter himself. Jump pass to the left to Walters. It goes back to Gardner. Miller right side. He's going to drive baseline. Floater. Good. Automatic.
Feeling it today.
30-10, Eagles again ahead by 20. Charge called on the sideline against Kyson Rawls.
Gotta like that right there. Getting in position to take that charge.
And Morgan State has racked up their 4th team foul in this game. First one for Kyson Rawls. McCray, Pace, Cameron, and Little also have collected a foul. Walters to the left. Miller, before he could get it, a bad screen set down low. And I think it's going to go against Blunt.
Yeah, tough break that time. Blunt was trying to set the screen, and when he came off, he moved just a little bit before Walters could make the pass.
10:06 to go. Zachary Douglas coming in for Blunt. I'd like to let you know, for the latest information on Eagle Athletics, including tickets, interviews, special events, and more, visit NCCUEaglePride.com, the official website of NCCU Athletics. Stanley Davis bounces it inside to Cameron. Cameron weaves his way up and under move. There's the field goal, plus the foul.
Yeah, one of the smallest players on the court getting in the middle of the paint and making things happen.
Charge to Zachary Douglas, his second, team foul number 4. So Martez Cameron looking to complete the three-point play. One of 3 Chicago natives on this Morgan State team.
Saw that. They got recruited in the Midwest really well.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at this roster.
Team completes the three-point play. He's from Montverde Academy, one of the 1A, 2A schools in Illinois basketball.
Yeah.
Also have Victor Curry from Crete Monet, and also on the roster for Morgan State, one more from Chicago. As Davis goes to the right side, it's Walters. He won't take that three, but Gardner will. Top of the arc, and rattles halfway down, wouldn't go. The third, Tyler Streeter from St. Francis de Sales. Good basketball program in the Chicagoland area. Top of the perimeter for Morgan State, Martez Cameron to the left corner. And I drive now to the paint. Looked like a bit of a walk, but no call, no shot made. Gardner takes this one on the up and under. How about that with the jam?
Showed a little bit of mobility that time, reversing to the other side. For a guy that's known, particularly as a perimeter player, showing you can take it to the rack as well.
Jelly jam sandwich right there as he spun that off the window. 32-13, North Carolina Central. Top of the perimeter, Kyson rolls. He drops it off to Cameron. Cameron has that shot missed. Not sure if it was blocked or not. Here's Walters coming down the left side. Walters, one-handed pass. Miller again. Can he do it? He can.
He is.
He can.
He's feeling it.
5 for 5 from the arc. That's the third time this year that he's made 5 triples. And he's done it in the first half, in the first 12 minutes. Top of the perimeter to respond. Cameron, no, short. Rebounded by Davis. Up ahead, it goes to Walters. Walters inside to Gardner. Gardner turns out, it goes to Douglas. Back to Gardner. Eagle fans are waiting for this place to go. To the corner, it's Douglas. He spots in the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Morgan State. And they'll come back up the floor. So a little bit of a let-off for Morgan State. They'll get to try to turn this momentum tide. Cameron will hand this one off. Here's a 3 from Rawls. No good. Line drive missed. Davis, two-handed outlet up to Gardner. And that's a quarterback's pass right there. Gardner knocked into the ad boards on the side. Smiles as he's coming back up. Friendly exchange with Kyson Rawls. No intent. And they're both up. They're both ready to continue. 7:57 to go in the first half. Eagles up 35-13. This is Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles. It's bow time.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. 7:57 to go in the first half. 35-13 North Carolina Central. Eagle Athletics would like to thank these corporate partners for their support. Spoken For Communications, City Barbecue, Tradition Ever Since, Bojangles, Quality Care Solutions, and North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat. 35-13, Eagles lead. Jonathan Duran alongside a Hall of Famer, Joe Simmons. This pass goes inside to Douglas. Douglas touches it off the window for 2, right off the inbound.
Nice play that time, and one of the things about Douglas, he's really the only real power forward this team has, so he has to play a lot of minutes. So it's going to be up to him to play big through this stretch of games that we got left here in the month.
Morgan State working the ball around the perimeter, goes to the left corner, pump fake from Cameron. Cameron guarded closely, top of the arc now, driving and pivoting back out is Miller. He'll give to the right side to Syfax, and Syfax gets it right back, 5 to shoot. He'll hand this one off to Cameron, 4 to shoot. Cameron driving, 3 to shoot, floats this one off the window, it's no good. Ball batted out and back to Morgan State. So Devonish Prince will reset things as he moves to the right, shakes towards the paint, turns and drops this one back outside. And a travel called against Stanley Davis on the left wing.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. He's gotten away with it a couple of times, and the official was sitting on it, waiting on him to do it, and he did it. And he was able to make the call in time.
Eagles up 37-13. This is their largest lead of the game. They're up by 24. Morgan State still has not scored in the last 2 minutes. They are one of their last 11 field goals from the floor.
Yeah, when they don't make shots on the perimeter, they're tough to. It's tough for them to get buckets.
Perkins, top of the arc. Douglas dumped inside Davis. Davis out to McKnight. 4-3. Right corner. Rattles off the window. Wouldn't go in. To the right side, driving is Cameron. Shot is altered. Tumbling to the floor is Cameron. He'll go to the line at the expense of Rashawn Davis.
Yeah, he's a small guy, but he plays kind of big down in the paint. Goes up hard that time, uses his body, and takes the blow from Davis, who's about a foot taller than he is.
Davis gets the foul, and that's going to go in as his first. And for North Carolina Central, team foul number 6. Speak from experience, and myself, growing up playing basketball, was never the tallest guy on the floor. And you learn that if you want to play, if you want to get your shots up, you got to drive into the trees.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Martez Cameron's been doing, is you can't make the first. Tyler Streeter, the 6'4 senior guard, now is going to check in favor of Malik Miller. Cameron trying to make the second, as he missed the first. Spins the ball in his left hand. He's wearing the long orange compression leggings. Can't get that one to fall. It's rebounded by Zachary Douglas. The Eagles ahead and rebounding right now. How's this? 18-8.
Wow. That's another thing that's been taboo for us the last couple of games. We've been getting out rebounded.
6.5 to go in the first 20. Left side is Perkins. Perkins to the free throw line. Douglas inside Davis. He's stripped of the ball, and it'll go out of bounds. A reminder to stay tuned to the break for our halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. We'll go over our first half stats, look ahead to the second half, and give you an update on what's going on around the league. There's only 2 undefeated teams left now, and North Carolina Central no longer one of them. Gardner pump fakes in the corner, 7 to shoot. Gardner top of the arc, Perkins 5. Perkins driving, goes to the up and under, and rolls that one off the iron, wouldn't go in. And a rebound pulled down by Morgan State. Cameron looks up the floor, goes to the right side to Devonish Prince. Prince back out to Cameron. Cameron directs traffic, moving to his left. He'll hand this one off. And Morgan State will move it back to the right to Devonish Prince. He drives in. His layup is off the window. It's no good. Rebound by Davis. Perkins with it now. Up ahead to McKnight. McKnight takes a lot of contact. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Nice pass that time. Perkins gave it up early enough for McKnight to make something happen. I'd like to see him use his body a little bit more as he went in on that one and maybe shield off and get an attempt at the shot. Pretty good defense by Morgan State to even be that in that position to knock the ball away at the time.
It's going to go against number 0 in orange, Stanley Davis. His first, team foul number 6. So both teams about to push the other into the bonus as McKnight puts up the first free throw. It's good. 6 minutes even remaining here in the first half. We're closing out this 2-game MEAC weekend. This is the middle part of a 3-game homestand. And for those of you who have looked at the schedule, you know what's coming up on Saturday. North Carolina A&T State University rolls into Durham as McKnight makes both free throws. Big game coming up for the Eagles this early in the season.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those to test the momentum and get these guys rolling, because that one could be one that could lead into something big.
Ball knifed away at the perimeter by McKnight. McKnight in the Euro step, tried to touch it in for 2. I don't know if he got enough contact to alter that one, but he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, he had no reason to slow down. He could have gone straight up and just powered it up. He had the little smaller guy on him. He made it easier for the defender, and then he came up short with the layup. Luckily, he got grazed on the play.
So McKnight just at the free throw line. He made both the last time he was there. The first shot of this trip is also good. The Eagles rolling along now. They're up 40-13.
See, McKnight's got the mismatched shoes. I don't know if that's intentional or that's how they come.
I think that is how they come. You know, these guys, their sneakerheads, especially Larry McKnight. He wore the off-white Nikes earlier this year with the tag still on them. While we were at Clemson, he wore the Equality Nikes last year as well. So he likes his sneaker collection. He'll wear them out as well. It's a fadeaway jumper from the baseline. It's missed by Davis. Outlet goes to Perkins on the left side. Perkins bounces the ball to the right to McKnight. Pull-up jumper, and once again he goes to the line.
Well, we know it was a foul because the ball went straight in the air, which means you got hand. If you get ball, the ball goes down and the hands go in the air.
Right. Davis is going to get tagged with his second. That's team foul number 8 for Morgan State. First free throw from McKnight is good. This game is halfway what the Eagles have done in their last 3 games or so. It's been a really sluggish, molasses start for both sides. But North Carolina Central, instead of being caught in the battle, they're just pulling away from Morgan State right now.
Yeah, I like what I see, and I like how they're being aggressive, attacking the basket. Although that free throw didn't go, they're attacking the basket. They're not just shooting threes.
42-13 Eagles. To the right side, Cameron. Cameron goes back to the left side. Thought about the jumper at the top of the perimeter was Devonish Prince. He wouldn't take it. Streeter back around to the left side. Devonish Prince bounce to the corner. Baseline jumper inside the arc is good. And after 4 minutes of play, Morgan State puts in a field goal through the hands of Capri McCray Pace. And they're going to stop here as the ball
fixed the net.
Yeah, he ripped the net pretty good. It flipped over the iron. They did just put in these brand new nets just a few days ago. It's one of the Eagle players on the bench will just jog out there and knock the net off. Gets a small cheer from the Screaming Eagles and the Moton Maniacs. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. 42-15. Here's Douglas. Right side, he gives to the corner to Gardner. Inside McKnight. McKnight takes a lot of contact, no call. But he saw himself bottled up, and he just fired it off the body of one of the Morgan State defenders out of bounds.
Yeah, he left his feet, which was unneeded. If he would have spun and stepped through, he probably could have had the easy layup. But once he left his feet, he was dead in the water.
Gardner gives to Douglas. Douglas, top of the perimeter. Gardner again. Gardner, pull-up jumper inside the arc, creates the separation. We saw him do that against Morgan State last year. This time he does it for two. Driving is Streeter. Shot a floater right over the outstretched fingertips of Davis. 44-17 Eagles. 4:20 to go. Douglas, top of the perimeter, left side, McKnight. McKnight driving in, floats it on the alley-oop. Davis able to touch it off the window. It hung, and it threatened to fall off, but it does go in.
And that was just Larry being aggressive, setting the table for him, because if he's not aggressive, it doesn't open up like that.
Shot blocked by Davis. Up ahead it goes to Gardner by himself. Gardner with the two-hand flush.
Okay, young fella.
Coming back up the floor quickly is Devonish Prince, and he's able to get the shot to go plus the foul. We've seen Gardner dunk, but only in the layup lines. We don't see him dunk in the game too often.
Nah, I was looking for he's going to try to get up there with one. He went out there with two and made it look like child's play.
Here's a look at it again as we go to break. 48-19 Eagles. 3:54 to go. You're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive, state-of-the-art care in a personal, community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Sherwin Devonish Prince Jr. at the line looking to complete the three-point play, and he does. And Morgan State steadily chipping away as they work their way back into this contest. 48-20, North Carolina Central ahead. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Stay tuned to the break for our halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. Jonathan Durn alongside NCCU Hall of Famer Joe Simmons as Jordan Perkins has the ball knocked away on the drive. And Morgan State coming back up the floor. Left side, Euro step. The layup is on the way. It's wild. It's missed. Brought down by Cameron. Cameron goes right into the body of Zachary Douglas, but Douglas is called for the foul.
Yeah, it's a tough break by Douglas. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time because he hustled past and he tried to avoid the contact, and the official still made the call.
So 2 shots coming up once again for Morgan State, this time in the hands of Martez Cameron. Cameron to shoot to a 55.6% shooter from the line. 9 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, plus a steal in Greensboro on Saturday. First free throw is good. North Carolina Central Eagle Athletics would like to thank these corporate partners for their support. Chick-fil-A on Hillsborough Road, Eagle Dining by Sodexo, Holloway Funeral Home, MC Real Estate and Bail Bonding, and the North Carolina Central University Foundation. Cameron takes his time on the second free throw. It's on the way now, and he leaves it short. It's rebounded by Davis. Davis will give to Perkins in the backcourt. Pressure will be relieved by Morgan State as they'll set up into a man-to-man. To the right side, it's Miller. Miller off the screen to the left, Perkins. Now Gardner in the corner. Gardner jabs off the screen, goes to McKnight. McKnight takes the contact, and he's going to be called for a charge. He went right into the body of the defender, and the defender slid in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. I think he got penalized more for being strong than anything in that situation.
McKnight tagged for his first foul. Team foul number 9 for North Carolina Central here in the first half. 8 for Morgan State. 48-21, 3 minutes to go, and a little bit of change. On the left side, Devonish Prince back to Cameron. Eagles in a 2-3 zone. Streeter dumps it inside, ball knocked around, goes back out to Cameron. Streeter at the point. He jabs, goes to the left side. It's Devonish Prince. Back to the right to Cameron. Cameron behind the back, trying to get separation. Left side, Streeter for 3. Quick release. That one almost found the target. It's pulled down by Davis. Perkins with it now. Bounces off one defender. And now hustling towards the left finds Davis. Out to the corner. Gardner. Open. Swish.
Nice.
Holds the gooseneck in front of the Eagle fans.
You get Gardner knocking down shots off the bench, and Miller continues to knock him down as a starter, man. You got a potent two-headed monster at the three-point line.
That is the 8th three-pointer for the Eagles in this contest in the first half. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good from Syfax. A quick response from MSU. As Perkins will be matched up with Devonish Prince in the backcourt. Perkins walks it across the center stripe, goes to the right side to Gardner. Off the screen, bounce pass to Perkins, left side Miller. Miller driving baseline. He's going to be fouled on the floor, so 1-and-1 opportunity for him here. Foul charge to 13 at Tyler Streeter.
Yeah, with Miller and Gardner on the floor at the same time, it should open up some room down low for Davis to operate. And if they don't respect it, then it'll be a whole lot of threes being rained in real quick.
2 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first half as Miller steadies for the first of the 1-and-1. That one's good, so he earns the extra. No substitutions planned from either side, but McKnight is now going to leave the paint and jog into the backcourt ready to defend. Miller, second free throw, finds the net. Eagles up by 30, their largest lead now. Excuse me, they were up by 31 at one point. Top of the perimeter, getting back to Cameron. Cameron looking. He'll just move around to the left side, now to the corner. And back around it to go for Morgan State. This Eagle defense has been tough all game long. There's a 3 right corner. No good. Pulled down by Morgan State by Streeter. He was in the right place, right time. It's Syfax on the right. Now a baseline jumper is good for Martez Cameron.
Yeah, this zone has given Morgan State a little bit of a fit. It looked like they may have solved it a little bit in the later part of this half, but they've really struggled against this zone here today.
Perkins to the right to Gardner. 90 seconds remaining in the half. Miller free throw line jumper. Man, he is on fire. 21 points in the first half.
Yeah, I don't even know if I let him go into halftime. I just say, everybody else come on in here, you stay out there and you just keep shooting.
Just stay warm. 55-25. Devonish Prince right wing. Driving into the paint. Picks up his dribble. Fade away. That was his best option, and he's able to make it go. 60 seconds to go as Jordan Perkins is going to call a timeout here. You use it, you lose it, and the Eagles decide to take this one here. Let's check in to see what's happening around the league. It's the fourth weekend in MEAC play now. North Carolina Central and Morgan State are on the floor here. Let's check and see what's happening around the rest of the league, see if there's any other afternoon games. There's a handful of afternoon games. Usually on Monday, we're on air at 5:30 and 7:30. But due to the holiday celebrating Martin Luther King Jr., we are here on this afternoon. Halftime scores from Daytona: Bethune-Cookman 39, Maryland Eastern Shore 37, FAMU 25, Delaware State 20. Harvard beats Howard in non-conference play 84-71. Two games coming up later tonight: Norfolk State at South Carolina State, Coppin State at North Carolina A&T. 60 seconds and melting left to go here in the first half. Stay tuned to the break for our halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. Break down the first half and look ahead to the second and look at some scores from around the nation. As McKnight drives left side, Euro step off the window. No good. Pulled down by Morgan State. Cameron races up the floor, dishes to the corner to Devonish Prince. Has the ball knocked away nearly. He's able to corral it. He goes down low, and ball now taken away by Gardner. 32 seconds up to McKnight. McKnight lobs it inside to Davis. That lob was actually batted away, so the Eagles couldn't get the quick jam, but now they'll set it to the half court with just maybe a second separating the timers. 15 left to go in the first half. Perkins matched with Streeter near midcourt. 8 to shoot. Perkins off the screen to his left. Hesitates, goes to the free throw line, out to McKnight, up for three at the lights. It's no good, pulled down by Morgan State. One opportunity to beat the horn, no good off the top of the window. Martez Cameron has just taken his momentum all the way into the locker room as we've reached the end of the first chapter. North Carolina Central 55, Morgan State 27. This is Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions comes your way next.
You're listening to NCCU Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech-language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive state-of-the-art care in a personal community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Jonathan Dern alongside Joe Simmons. It's time for our halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. Quality Care Solutions, making a difference one child at a time. The difference here at the half: North Carolina Central 55, Morgan State 27. I can tell you, I did not expect to see that coming.
Not like this. I thought we'd be up maybe about 5 or 6 at the half. and looking to extend it in the second half. But these guys came out smoking today, playing with a purpose. And maybe that last-minute loss the other day put something in these guys and woke them up a little bit, and now they're ready to play.
55-27, North Carolina Central leads, and they've been led up by Randy Miller Jr. You think they got the saran wrap, the aluminum foil, wrap them up and keep them warm during halftime?
Yeah, man, he's sitting next to the heater right now on the inside of the locker room, and nobody touch his hand, leave him alone, just let him sit over there and simmer.
7 for 7 from the floor, 5 for 5 from the perimeter, 21 points for him in the first half of play. And he's just really paced the Eagles. Rashawn Davis nearly with a first half double-double, 12 rebounds in this contest and 8 points. The last time these two teams met, Rashawn Davis had a big game there, 22 points at Scope Arena, as well as 11 rebounds as he pulled down a double-double that helped the Eagles into the championship game back in last March. Sherwin Devonish Prince Jr., he is the leading scorer from Oregon State right now. 7 points. Behind him is Martez Cameron, 6 points and 2 assists. Eagles ahead in rebounding 23-14. And how you know the Eagles are sharing the ball and doing things pretty well, 15 assists on 20 makes, 75% assist rate.
I think that's been the biggest thing today, the way the ball has moved. It's not been dominated, a whole lot of dribbling and driving into the paint and throwing up bad shots. It's been a penetrate kick, find guys open shots, and today they've been able to knock them down.
Eagles shooting a very, very warm 20 for 32 from the floor, 62.5%, 8 for 14 from downtown, 57.1%. The Eagles, one of the top teams in the league as far as field goal shooting, 46.6%. Also top 5 in three-point shooting as well, 31.8%. They're living up to the billing in this game.
Yeah, that's nice. And you think about it, like they've done really well. And the run we went on when we were winning a lot of games was because of our defensive prowess and holding teams to a low percentage, but shooting good enough to win, but still not shooting our best. If you can match that same defensive intensity and pick that field goal percentage up, these wins should start getting a little bit easier.
55-27, North Carolina Central leads is the halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. Highlights are rolling now. We'll let them take you to break. This is Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Our halftime show will continue right after this.
You're listening to NCCU Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive, state-of-the-art care in a personal, community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. It's the halftime show presented by Quality Care Solutions. Jonathan Durden alongside Hall of Famer Joe Simmons. Right now, let's take a look at the scoreboard and update you on what's going on around the league. 2 games going on right now. Bethune-Cookman leading Maryland Eastern Shore 34-32. They're at that midway point. Florida A&M also ahead of Delaware State midway through the game, 23-20. One final score from earlier today. Harvard 84, Howard 71. That game played at Burr Gymnasium as well. Harvard, looking at the headline here, Harvard hits 12 threes in that game. Similar to what North Carolina Central's doing right now against Oregon State. A couple of games yet to be played today in MEAC action. It'll be Norfolk State at South Carolina State at 7:30. Coppin State at North Carolina A&T at the same time as well. In the ACC today, one game today, and it's a top 25 matchup. We saw one team from Virginia come into the Triangle area, and Duke, number 1 in the nation at that time, came away with the win. They're not number 1 anymore. How about that? Talk about that in a moment. But later tonight, number 11 Carolina will host number 10 Virginia Tech. That game is going to be happening about 20 minutes away from here at the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill. Other games today, 6:30, number 13 Maryland at number 6 Michigan State. 9 o'clock tonight, number 24 Iowa State at number 9 Kansas. Jonathan Durham alongside Joe Simmons. And there is a new number 1 in college basketball right now. If you would have told me this team would have been number 1 at this point, anytime within the last 3, 4, 5 years, I would have thought you'd been crazy. Number 1, the Volunteers of Tennessee. How about that?
Wow. I mean, and realistically, they got a gift win on Saturday. That was a terrible call by the official when he called a traveling call, and then they knocked down the shot. I was like, oh, they're about to get beat. And sure enough, he made the call. A little home cooking, which I guess you're supposed to get. And Alabama got robbed in that one. But congratulations to the Vols. They've been playing well. I mean, we watched them beat some top teams in the country. They beat the Tar Heels earlier this year.
Yep.
They gave them a smack in the face, and I think that's good, though. I mean, Duke's going to get the pressure of being number 1 all year anyway, because you got 3 now of the best top players in the country on your roster, and you're going to get everybody's best. So without having that added distraction of being number 1, might give them something to play for now. Okay, we want to add more fuel to the fire, and just watching that Duke team, even shorthanded, wow.
Yeah.
Those young boys are good, man.
It's hard to believe Zion Williamson is a freshman. He has a full career ahead of him.
He does, and, you know, I really love the energy he plays with. He plays the game as if he's got to play it that way in order to feed his family.
Right.
And that's what you like about him. You see a lot of guys who are that good who would just coast in college, and we never know how good they are until they made it to the NBA. He's given us the package now, and it's been so fun to watch.
From the Midlands of South Carolina, probably a number 1 draft pick next year in the draft once the season's done. Let's go to the MEAC standings now. 2 undefeated teams. They're both playing at 7:30 tonight. Norfolk State, they're 5-0, 10-10 overall. North Carolina A&T is 4-0, 9-9 overall. Both those teams on 5-game win streaks. The Eagles are in 3rd. They're the only 1-loss team remaining right now, so the Eagles still have that, and they have everybody else. They have North Carolina A&T and Norfolk State still ahead of them. They'll play A&T twice, and Norfolk State, I believe, they play the Spartans only once this year. So they have to,
right?
Yep, they have to make that trip up to Eccles Arena count, rather to Eccles Hall count in February. Coppin State, they're 3-2 after the win against North Carolina Central on Saturday. Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, South Carolina State, all 2-2. Howard and Morgan State 2-3. Savannah State 1-3. Maryland Eastern Shore 1-4. Delaware State still looking to get off the mark. Bethune-Cookman at 2-2. Didn't quite expect that. North Carolina Central getting the win over them early in the season. Very important. But Bethune-Cookman has had to go through a tough gauntlet here at the beginning.
Yeah, they had faced the top teams right out the box. And, you know, sometimes you may not have gelled as good as you're going to gel. And I think we'll probably hear more from that team a little bit later in the year.
So North Carolina Central, they're going to see one of the last undefeated teams that's still undefeated right now. We'll see if they're undefeated after the end of tonight. North Carolina A&T State University on Saturday. And it's a game that you always look forward to. They still have Cameron Langley, Malik Gantz. Those 2 guys are still there. And they're going to be a tough test when they come here to McDougal-McClendon Arena on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. That team is reloaded and revamped to try to make a run, and you can see right away they've come out undefeated, and you know, but you can throw all that away when it comes to the Eagles and the Aggies. It's going to always be something special regardless of the record.
Eagles and Aggies this Saturday, 2 p.m. for the women, 4 p.m. for the men. The game will be carried live on the NCCU Sports Network and also on Flow Sports. So for those of you joining us on flowsports.tv, you can watch this game once again on Saturday as well. I'd like to give a quick shout out before we get to our break. Dennis Scott on Twitter saying, hey, what do you think the talk was after the Coppin State game? Because I've never seen them play like this in a while. This Eagle team has really been running. I want to see if they're going to be able to carry that into the second half.
Yeah, I think the biggest talk for Coach Moten is be more aggressive and start setting your teammates up. I think the guard play was kind of questionable. You look at the guard play today, Miller's erased all doubt about guard play. And I think this team will go as Jordan Perkins goes. If he makes good passes and plays good defense, the team will always be able to benefit from it. I think his play is big, and it's going to be one of those things that has to become more consistent as he's in his sophomore year. Last year we had guys who came off the bench and kind of made it easier for him. This year he has to be that guy.
Eagle basketball on the NCCU Sports Network, 55-27. Eagles lead. Second half comes up next.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech-language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Eagle basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Jonathan Duran alongside Joe Simmons. We're ready to start the second half of basketball here from the Bull City of Durham, North Carolina. Eagles lead this one 55-27, and the Eagles will have the ball to start the second half. Jonathan Duran alongside Hall of Famer Joe Simmons. Joe, what do the Eagles need to key in on here to start this next 20 minutes of play?
Points in transition now. Try to get more fast break points, get more easy shots, and that's going to come down to the defense. I think that zone they've had has been really productive. They started out in full court press, backed up in zone, and Morgan didn't look like they knew how to handle it. I'm sure they made some adjustments. It's going to have to work hard to keep it as consistent as they did in the first half. 20 minutes and dissolving left in this game as Douglas drives right side, puts it off the window for two, and that's how we start the second half. 57-27, North Carolina Central. A drive from the left side from McCray Pace, and he's going to walk with it. I don't even know if he really walked or if his ankle just buckled, really. Yeah, I think he might have buckled a little bit. It slid some. Tough break for them, as if he turns that corner, it's an easy layup for either him or someone from the other side.
And he's very quickly going to exit this game. David Syfax will go in for him. The Eagles in light gray, Morgan State in orange. The Eagles going from left to right here in the second half. Going to take a moment now. They're going to check and make sure that spot is dry.
Yeah, it looked like he's getting his ankle looked at, too, by the trainer on the other side.
All right. If you want to get involved in the broadcast, you can tweet me. My Twitter handle is @JDuran9. It's @JDUREN and the number 9. Use the hashtag NCCUMBB. We'll get your questions and comments. And during this broadcast, also, if you just want to argue with me about my breakfast preparation, you can do that as well, as Larry McKnight gets a pass on the cut inside and lays it in for two. Sherwin Devonish Prince pivots and goes back outside. Cameron, right elbow jumper, off target. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Morgan State.
Like the recovery on that, McKnight was beat off the dribble. Pump fake, he goes by, and then when they raise up to shoot, Jordan Perkins has already done collapsed on the shooter and is ready to take over. I like that team defensive effort.
Cameron ready to inbound from the left side of the paint. It goes out to the left wing to Miller. Miller driving, drops it off to the corner. Cameron jumper is good for two, and Martez Cameron, they're just feeding him the ball right now. He has a team-high 8.
Yeah, he has a nice game. Real solid, plays really smooth, under control for a guy that short.
Top of the perimeter, Douglas, right side, McKnight. Swivels to the middle of the floor, stops at the left elbow, goes out to Miller. Miller faces up. He's matched up with a one orange shirt, dishes to the left side. McKnight for three to start the second half. It's no good. Rebounded inside by Davis. He tries to save that one, and he crashes into the inboards. and it'll go back to Morgan State.
As fluid as he is with the basketball, he doesn't have the best of hands. He bumbles a lot of balls. That ball almost hit him in the face, and he's unable to corral it.
It wasn't his best moment in this game. 59-29 Eagles. Drive from the left side from Davis. Misses that one. Rebound brought down by Perkins. He traces it down. Weaving up the middle of the floor to the left side. It's Miller. And a charge called against him.
Yeah, I'm about to say you got to get mad. That was perfect defense on that one.
Miller gets the foul. That's his second. Team foul number 1 in the second half for either side. Inbound comes from Davis. He gives to Cameron. Also out there, Devonish Prince, Syfax, and Miller from Morgan State. To the left side, it is Prince. Top of the perimeter now, Cameron. He drops it off, and a drive now to the middle of the floor. A layup is good from Miller.
Showing you his burst that time. He changed gears and found a gear and was able to get to the basket pretty much uncontested.
2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Perkins inside to Douglas. Douglas right block, pivoting, goes up with it off the window. It's no good. Rebound tapped out. Morgan State with it. It's going to be 3-on-3. Miller tries to take it himself. He does and finishes.
Yeah, that's twice he's kind of exploded with the basketball.
And now it's North Carolina Central that hasn't scored in a minute and a half.
Yeah, the only bucket we've had is from Zachary Davis so far. And right now, Coach Moten can't be happy about how they're executing offensively.
59-33. Perkins goes inside. Davis off the window for 2 left side.
Well, that seems to be there anytime they want it. All he's got to do is get more aggressive on the box.
And that's the double-double for Davis, his second consecutive game with a double-double. A layup and a block from Davis on the opposite side as well. Perkins surveys. Left side is Douglas. Douglas with the Euro step. He left the layup short. Brought down by Morgan State. Outlet pass goes ahead to Davis. Davis with the finger roll. He almost left that short.
Yeah.
But he's able to put it in. Davis now with his 7th double-double of the year, his 18th career double-double in the last 2 years. So a season plus for North Carolina Central. Here's Miller on the left wing. Skips it to the right to Perkins. He's wide open. The lefty puts it home.
Nice to see him knock down a shot. He struggled last game from the field. Didn't score any points in the last game. And had a lot of opportunities and took some bad shots in that game.
Syfax gives to Cameron left side. Cameron rocks the ball back to the right. Middle of the floor now, it's Davis. Davis, jumper inside the perimeter. No, pulled down by Perkins. Outlet to the right side, Douglas. He's going to toss this one inside to Davis. Davis, two-hand flush.
Nice
Easy
pass, and look that time. Perkins has got to be closing in on about 10 rebounds, too. I've seen him grab quite a few today.
Floater in the paint, good, as we're trying to pick up the pace here from Cameron. Jordan Perkins, 5 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds.
Okay.
Full game for him.
Triple-double still on look.
Trying to get there. Perkins going to his left, crosses over, middle of the floor. Douglas, McKnight driving, has that one knocked away. He's going to go to the line. That will be against number 32, David Syfax, and the referee was saying it's on the floor, so we'll see. We'll get clarification when we come back. 15:56 to go in the second half. Eagles 66, Morgan State 37. This is Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive state-of-the-art care in a personal community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Eagle basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. The under 16 timeout in the second half. Eagles lead 66-37. Eagle fans, are you looking for a home away from home? Why not choose the Sheraton Imperial Hotel with its 331 guest rooms and suites? The Sheraton Imperial is located just minutes from the NCCU campus. It's your perfect getaway destination and the perfect place to host your alumni events. The Sheraton Imperial Hotel is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Jonathan Duran alongside Hall of Famer Joe Simmons as Julian Walters checks back into the game. He'll lob it in to Jabri Blunt. Hop step to the left side, has a shot blocked out of bounds. And the Eagles will continue on the offensive side.
Hadn't seen a lot of Blunt tonight. He's been getting a lot of minutes in the past, but, you know, he's one of those guys who is instant offense when he comes in the game.
Inbound goes to Blunt. Blunt will hand this one off to Miller. Miller turns the corner, turns and drops it back outside to McKnight. Now it's Walters with 8 to shoot. Walters off the screen to his right. Goes to Blunt, left to him, pump fakes on the 3. He's going to drive this one. Lost the ball. It's going to go out to Miller. Miller is not going to be able to get a shot up before the shot clock expires.
That's comparable defense there by Morgan. Todd Bozeman said, where's that been all night?
Right.
The guy stepped up big on that possession.
So the Eagles with an empty possession, 66-37, 15 and a half to go in regulation. The right side of the floor, driving with it, trying to keep his pivot foot down was Devonish Prince. He was able to do so, and he gets it right back, right way. 15 to shoot. He hops to the paint, has a shot up off the rim, no good. Pulled down by Morgan State, brought in by Miller. Miller moves to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper short. Pulled down by Walters. Walters leads the surge. He's going to stop things and somehow dribble away from Miller. Going to keep going. Walters bounced inside to Davis. Davis looked like he was pushed away. He actually stops and looks at the referee, asking for a call. Back up the floor is a layup from a Davis, but no basket foul on the floor.
He made his way. He gave him a push.
Yeah, he
He
did.
said, I'm going to the rack.
Foul charge to Walters. And Walters will pick up his first. Team foul number 2 in the second half. They'll mop up the spot on the floor. And Morgan State to inbound from the right side of the window. Looking to toss this one is Davis. He goes inside now to Jordan Little, his first time in the game. The drive left side, now out to the corner, back to Davis. Devonish Prince moves to Cameron. Cameron with the floater, that's good. And he's picking up steam.
Yeah, they're starting to find a way to get to the basket now. They solved this zone a little bit. Now the Eagles may have to come up with some type of defense.
Cameron with a team-high 12 points for Morgan State. 66-39 Eagles. Bounce pass to the right. Now inside it goes to McKnight, and he's able to get 2 defenders to move past him.
Yeah, nice pump fake and show, and then step underneath him with the easy bucket. We saw him leave his feet a lot earlier. That time he kept his feet down, pump fake, and was able to get the solid ground.
Cameron driving, goes to the left side to Devonish Prince. Now to the corner, Davis. Davis looks to drive, stops, finds himself open, but an offensive foul called against him.
Yeah, they were going to have to call walking a charge on that one.
That's his 3rd in this game. Kyson Rawls is going to come back in now for Jordan Little. Little started 13 games for Morgan State. Didn't get the tag this time out. Had a double-double at North Carolina A&T. 10 points, 10 rebounds on Saturday. 68-39 Eagles. Under 14 to go in regulation. Walters stops and he's got to lob it backside. And that play just didn't develop the way they wanted it to. It was intended for Blunt. And Walters was just going to throw that one no matter what.
Yeah, he had his mind made up. He was throwing the lob, and they read it well.
Substitution for Morgan State as Davis goes to the bench. David Syfax back on the floor. Inbound goes to Blunt, left elbow. He faces up, goes inside, intended for Davis. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's a whistle. At first, Davis looking around thinking he might have gotten a foul. So it looked like he got a little tied up before he could catch that one. Nonetheless, another turnover for the Eagles. That's their 9th of the game. 9 turnovers apiece. Top of the perimeter, it's Syfax. He'll hand this one off to the right. Now to the middle of the floor to Devonish Prince. He stops, hands it off to Cameron. Cameron one-handed pass to the right side at travel. At the point, it's going to go against Rawls.
Yeah, he does that a lot on the catch. Kind of catches steps and then slides the other direction. It'd be a nice argument in the pickup game, but you're not going to get away with it in college basketball.
Not too much. Julian Walters receives the inbound pass. Walters, Blunt, Davis, Miller, and McKnight, the 5 for the Eagles. Blunt inside of Walters by himself, turns, puts it off the window, no, blocked away. Davis able to bring that one down, brings it out to Miller. His first 3 of the second half is no good, so he finally misses from downtown. Still 5 for 6 from the perimeter, 68-39. Facing up now, going to the left corner is Rawls. Rawls gives it back to Devonish Prince, now to the right. A jab and back to Devonish Prince. He's up for 3. The lefty puts that one in.
There must be something about this basket on this end. Nobody's missing on this end.
Everybody likes the net to the left.
A little more light down here, though. I can see why they like that a little bit better.
Under 13 to play. 68-42 Eagles. Morgan State quietly working their way back into the game as Miller is at the top of the perimeter, turning away from his defenders, goes all the way to the 10, contorts, can't get that layup to go. Outlet to the left side, finds Devonish Prince. He'll hand it off to Syfax. Syfax moving to his left, will hand this one off to Rawls. Rawls back out, Devonish Prince, deep 3. It's no good, rebound brought down by Davis, emphatic rebound. Out to Walters. Walters across midcourt, out it goes to Miller. Inside now, Blunt. Blunt to Davis. Davis finger roll. Not too often you see him with that, but it counts for 2.
I like the ball movement, though. Miller could have taken a shot. He's been hot. He saw a better opportunity, and then Blunt made it work for us.
It's 14-14 for Rashawn Davis as Jabri Blunt almost got into the passing lane. Pull-up jumper left elbow is good from Devonish Prince. 70-44 North Carolina Central. Under 12 to go as we make our way towards our next media timeout. Walters moves to his left, weaving around a screen. Picks up his dribble, skips it to the left to McKnight. McKnight takes his time, fires, and left it just short. Morgan State leading the pressure to the left side. Kyson Rawls. His 3 is good. They'll count it for 2.
They stepped on the line, looked like, but wow. They're starting to find a rhythm offensively.
So the Eagles led this game by as many as 32 at one point, and right now it's down to 24. So it's still a discrepancy, but Morgan State definitely with the momentum.
Chipping away.
It's a timeout called by North Carolina Central with 11:15 to go, 70-46 Eagles. You're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. 11 1/4 of a minute remaining here in regulation. Get up to the minute updates on Eagle Athletics when you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just type at NCCU Athletics in the search bar, and join the conversations. That's NCCU Athletics. Use the hashtag EagleEra to get involved in the broadcast. And Eagle Athletics would like to thank these corporate partners for their support: the Millennium Durham Hotel, TruePack Moving Solutions, Omar Beasley Bail Bonding, M&F Bank, Fraser and Griffin Attorneys at Law, and the R&B Grill. Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Eagles lead this one 70-46 with 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Jonathan Duran alongside a Hall of Famer Joe Simmons. Joe, we're midway through the second half, entering the fourth quarter, if you will. What have you seen from North Carolina Central in this contest? That they were up by 24 at this point.
Offensively, they've lost a little bit of the luster that they had early in the game, and defensively, it appears that Morgan has figured out the zone a little bit, and they're starting to make shots. It's going to be up to the Eagles now to make a run as they've got a few backups in the game now. As a lot of the starters had logged a lot of minutes in the first half, it's going to be up to these backups now to come in and try to continue to extend that defense and put points on the board.
Gardner gives to Guerra. John Guerra into the game for the first time. Jabri Blunt at the top of the perimeter, hands it off to Guerra again, right side. Guerra bounce pass out to Walters. Walters is going to step outside the arc. 7 to shoot. He goes to Blunt. He's up for no, he won't take the 3. He's going to drive instead. Gets all the way to the 10 and bounces and wouldn't go in. Rebounded by Morgan State. Here they come. On the right side, Martez Cameron. Cameron bounces outside to Kyson Rawls. Rawls is going to lose his one. Taken away by Gardner. Gardner loses this one off of a Morgan State player. Back the other way. Rawls to the left side. Devonish Prince. His jumper is missed. Walters now going to lead the charge. 1 against 2. Walters goes all the way up and lays it. No good. Rebounded by Roderick Taylor. He has the ball knocked away out of bounds. He almost finished that one. It would have been a pretty finish, but no points. 10:28 to go as we get to our scheduled timeout. 70-46, North Carolina Central. This is Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea. Because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles, it's bow time.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive state-of-the-art care in a personal community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. Eagles in the middle of a 3-game home set. They'll finish it on Saturday against North Carolina A&T. Just to let you know, ahead of that game, for the safety and security of our fans, Eagle Athletics has implemented a clear bag policy for all ticketed home events. Prohibited items include backpacks, purses, fanny packs, and drawstring bags. NCCU clear bags will be available for sale at home basketball games for $10. For more info, visit nccueaglepride.com or call 919-530-6530. John Guerra dishes to the corner to Jabri Blunt. Blunt stops, pivots, drops it off to Walters. Walters back to Blunt. Blunt, free throw line, crosses over, driving in, takes a lot of contact, shots no good, rebounded by Taylor, has the ball stripped away, and the Eagles are going to have 1 second to shoot here with exactly 10 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, Blunt's passing up the jumper and trying to get to the rack and been unsuccessful so far early in this game.
So let's see what the Eagles cook up here. Gardner lobs to Blunt. Blunt up quickly. Shot was up to beat the horn, but it wouldn't roll in. 70-46 Eagles lead. Pass goes to the right side to Cameron. Now is a 3 from Rawls. That's no good. Rebound brought down inside by Syfax. He's fouled by Roderick Taylor Jr. Taylor, the 6'7 senior forward from Killeen, Texas. Getting some minutes here in this part of the game. He's going to pick up the foul here. It'll be his first, team foul number 3. So 2 shots coming up for David Syfax. 76.1% free throw shooter. Eagle fans making some noise as he's at the line. Here's the first of 2. And that one trickles through. Zachary Douglas helps up his teammates as they all come in. It'll be a line change for the Eagles. Taylor, Guerra, and Blunt out. Davis, Douglas, and McKnight in. Talking about line changes, how about the Carolina Hurricanes? 7 goals last night in Edmonton.
Yeah, that's big.
Second free throw from Syfax. It's no good, brought down by Douglas. Hurricanes trying to pick up their first playoff appearance in 10 years. As Walters turns the corner and will come back outside the perimeter. Right side, here's Gardner. Gardner jabs, moves off the screen, step back, goes to McKnight. Left side, Walters. Walters driving in, kicks to the corner. McKnight, 5 to shoot. McKnight goes down low. Douglas, fadeaway jumper, baseline is no good. And the Eagles haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes now. It's Devonish Prince. He moves the ball out to Miller. Miller to the 10. No. Pulled down by McKnight. He finds Walters. Walters to the right side. Gardner. Gardner lobs inside. It's tipped away. And Morgan State coming back the other way. Syfax going to take this one himself to the paint. His layup is good. 70-49 is a 21-point spread. Again, Morgan State still quietly working their way in.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of working their way back, and the Eagles are struggling offensively. They've had opportunities, but something's happened. They've not found ways to not convert around the basket.
McKnight, top of the perimeter, to the left side, Gardner. Gardner looks to drive to the left side, stops, moves off the screen. Gardner at the right elbow, free throw line jumper contested, but it's good. And that stops a 3-minute scoreless stretch for North Carolina Central. Here's a quick jumper on the baseline. It's no good from Devonish Prince, and the outlet goes to Walters. Walters has 3. Walters goes inside to Davis. Davis free throw roll is no good, gets his own rebound and puts it in. +1 rebound, +2 points, 16 and 15 for Davis now. As Douglas swats this one off the window, and now 16 and 16 rebounds for Davis. To the corner, Gardner for 3. No good. Rebound brought down by Devonish Prince, and a foul on the rebound attempt is going to go against Morgan State. As McKnight fell to the floor down on top of Kyson Rawls. And that sends us to our next media timeout. 7:57 to go here in the second half. Eagles 74, Morgan State 49. You're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. 7:57 to go in the second half. Eagles up 74-49. North Carolina Central Eagle Athletics would like to thank these corporate partners for their support: Blue Cross Blue Shield North Carolina, North Carolina Education Lottery, and Sheraton Imperial Hotel and Conference Center. Get to the tail end of the game. You can make dinner fun size tonight with Chick-fil-A nuggets. You can choose grilled or fried. 4, 6, 8, 12, even a 30 count. I'm not against it. To feed any crowd and preference, because it's the little things that make dinner delightful. Chick-fil-A. Give me 30 count chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. I'm fine.
And some Polynesian sauce, and the sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit for sure. So they're going to call a flagrant 1 against Kyson Rawls as he was tied up with Larry McKnight Jr. And McKnight can't make the first. The Eagles will retain the basketball after the second free throw from McKnight. And that one does fall. So 2 shots plus the ball. And the Eagles will inbound. The foul was charged at Kyson Rawls. It's his 3rd of the game. Team foul number 3 in the second half for Morgan State. Jonathan Durham alongside Hall of Famer Joe Simmons. As North Carolina Central will inbound from the baseline. They're organizing here. The referees are going to talk this over. They're going to say of the inbound from the right side, as that's where the foul was committed.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out if it should go high or from the bottom side of the basket, but they've got it right. This is that point in the game where we used to always throw a lob and try to get everybody hype. I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe it's because we don't have anybody that can climb like Jordan Parks used to. But this was a big part of our inbounds play.
Perkins gives to Gardner in the corner, and he moves it out to Douglas, and now it's Perkins. He's back in the contest. Perkins moves his way to the left, drives to the 10, has that one knocked away out of bounds. 7:48 to go in the game.
One thing about this Morgan State team, they haven't stopped fighting. They're still playing hard defense, still trying to scrap, and doing what scholarship kids are supposed to do. They're not hanging their head, and normally this time you see guys trying to just get theirs, but they're playing hard.
Davis will give to Gardner on the inbound. And now here's Perkins. Perkins back to Gardner. Again, Perkins. Perkins moves off the screen to his right. Middle of the floor now it's Gardner. Gardner for three. And that one well off target.
I don't like that shot at all. The last 3 shots he's taken have been a little bit suspect to me. Just pulling for the sake of not with any rhythm or anything offensively.
Miller in for Gardner. Gardner, he could be a stormtrooper with that last shot. 75-49 North Carolina Central, 7.5 to go. Ball to the left side. Here's Kyson Rawls. And now to the right, Cameron. Driving with it, Syfax. Stops in the paint. The shot altered by Davis. Let's see if they'll credit him with the block or not. Perkins. Across midcourt now. Shuffles and moves to his left. Stops his dribble. Finds Miller. Miller to Perkins, left side, McKnight. McKnight inside the perimeter. Skips it to the right. Perkins again. Perkins jabs and gets tripped up on the way in. Ball's coming back the other way. 3-on-1. Syfax double clutches the layup and puts it in for 2 with the left hand.
Yeah, Syfax, another Midwestern player from Detroit, Michigan. They recruited the heck out of the Midwest to get some of these kids here who contributed heavily.
Syfax from Michigan, Gillespie from Tennessee, middle part of the country. You can look at it that way.
Yeah.
Davis to the right side. Now, Davis inside. The pass was originally from Douglas. Charge called against Rashawn Davis. Davis not too happy with that call. He'll pick up his second.
Happy to see him making aggressive moves. I didn't like that call that time on the play, but I like to see him make more aggressive moves like that on the box, not be as passive as he's been.
6:35 to go. That part of the contest, you got to be thinking about dinner. Giving you a couple of options. Here's another one, City Barbecue. Basketball fans, City Barbecue is a proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. This basketball season, you can bring your home basketball game ticket to the City Barbecue location on Highway 54 in Durham and get a 10% discount on a single meal. See your home game ticket back for additional details. They always treat you right at City Barbecue.
They do, man. And if you're smart, you're like me, you sneak a little bottle in and get you some of that barbecue sauce to take home.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Streeter moves the ball to the right side. Now back to the left. Rawls driving, takes the contact. That shot is no good, but 2 shots coming up at the expense of Jordan Perkins. That's his second, and that's team foul number 5 for North Carolina Central in the second half. 75-51. Eagles still up by 24. The lead has been hovering right around there for the most part of the second half, but it does feel a lot closer than the scoreboard reads just because Morgan State's been making their shots and the Eagles have been pretty silent here in the second half.
Yeah, they have. We'll go on a flurry and run off 8 straight and then may not score for a couple of minutes. And that's the only reason why we've been able to keep it in that range.
First free throw was made, second free throw as well from Rawls. Sophomore from Newcastle, Delaware, not too far away from Baltimore. 6 minutes and change to go in regulation. 75-53 North Carolina Central. It's Perkins as he runs the offense. Moving to his right. Moves to the middle of the floor now, surveying the floor. Finds Douglas to the right side of McKnight. McKnight, jumper inside the arc this time. It's just a little bit too strong. Pulled down by Syfax. Davis now sets up, goes to the middle of the floor. Rawls pulls very quickly. 3-pointers no good. Rebounded by Rashawn Davis. That's 17. Perkins running the floor. No pass inside to Douglas. Douglas is able to make some space and put it in for 2. 77-53 Eagles. Yeah. Top of the perimeter now, it's Davis. And now to Rawls to the right side. Syfax pump fakes the 3. He'll drop it off. Cameron, he's going to drive to the paint. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Davis, 18. He's closing in on a 20 game. And Larry McKnight fouled on the floor as he brought in the pass. Let's see which number. I didn't quite catch the number, but again, as we talked about, the last time that North Carolina Central and Morgan State met, it was a 22-point game for Rashawn Davis. He has 18 rebounds right now. Rashawn Davis has had a handful of 20-rebound games. This ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Eagles as Perkins with it, and he'll dribble this one out. 20-plus rebounds, the one from Rashawn Davis against Savannah State in the MEAC tournament. So he's trying to get a second. A whistle away from the ball will go against the Bears once again. It's going to go against Syfax this time.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations. I remember playing ball in high school. My high school coach used to say, anytime anybody hits the floor and gets back up, any little bit of contact is going to get a foul call because they're going to want the opportunity to wipe the floor. So that's when you get really aggressive offensively, because you might be the one that ends up at the free throw line. And here they come to clean the floor just like, all right, on cue.
Got to bring the mops out. 77-53, under 5 minutes remain here in regulation. North Carolina Central up by 24. Perkins to toss this one in. He'll roll it into Douglas. It goes back to Perkins, and he'll speed this one back out to midcourt as the Eagles relax into the half court. Perkins on the eye of the Eagle at midcourt. The Eagles will be on this floor one more time before they go back on the road on Saturday. Douglas pump fakes on the three, drives in, puts the shot up. He's fouled, and that's going to be the 6th against Morgan State. So the Eagles heading into the bonus. Stanley Davis draws the foul, his 4th. The last foul was charged to Kyson Rawls. That was also his 4th.
Well, if I'm Coach Moten, one of the things I've noticed about my team is they've got to do a better job of putting people away. Even on the road last week, I thought that we had some big leads and let teams back into basketball games when we had an opportunity to put them away. And even last Saturday, opportunity to put a team away and didn't do it. And today we've got a big lead, but we could be extending it, and they're kind of coasting a little bit. They've got to get a little bit more hungry in the second half and finish games the way they start them.
Douglas makes both free throws, and even if he didn't make the second, he was going to get another opportunity on the lane violation, but it won't matter. Substitutions for Morgan State as Devonish Prince Jr. returns. Kyson Rawls goes to the bench. Prince with it goes to the right side. Davis staying out there with his 4 fouls. Ball tipped away, but Syfax stays with it. Moves it out. Top of the perimeter three is no good from Cameron. Douglas with the rebound. It goes out to Perkins. This is the 43rd rebound for North Carolina Central in this game as Perkins goes to McKnight in the corner, and McKnight is going to drop this one back off to Jordan Perkins. The Eagles' high rebound total this year was 54 against Warren Wilson. You can expect that against a lower division team, but you don't see that too often against MEAC opponents. It's Miller, long distance tray. He cannot miss those threes. He's 6 for 7 from downtown.
And the one he missed was a rush to kind of get it off right before the clock expired.
He has 24 points. Driving, and now a kick out to the left corner. It's Syfax. He's going to drive the baseline. Takes the contact, goes right into Miller. He's able to finish, no whistle, but 2 points for Syfax. Under 4 to go, 82-55, North Carolina Central. So we're getting into the closing moments of this game. For Randy Miller Jr., a new career high with these 24 that he currently has.
Wow.
Perkins on the left. Spins, backdoor pass to McKnight, and he elevates and spikes it down with 2 hands.
Yeah, getting up a little easier these days without that extra 30 pounds on his body.
84-55, the pull-up jumper from Devonish Prince is missed. Rebound tracked down by Douglas, 3-on-2. Douglas is going to take this one himself. Euro step, and the finish.
Showing some agility, big fella.
6'8", Euro step. 86-55, North Carolina Central. But you mentioned Larry McKnight Jr. He talked about this in a press conference recently. 25 pounds that he shed during the offseason. So up and under from Stanley Davis is no good. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2 when we get back from the break. Foul charge to Rashawn Davis, and he gets his 3rd. 2:41 to go, 86-55. Eagles, you're listening to Eagle Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive state-of-the-art care in a personal community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
Eagle basketball on the NCCU Sports Network. 2:41 remaining in the second half. Eagles up 86-55. Heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 is Stanley Davis. And he has 2 shots. Here's the first of 2 from Davis. And that shot is good. Eagle fans, MC Real Estate and Bail Bonding has been serving the community for more than 2 decades. Call 919-688-3659 for MC Real Estate and Bail Bonding. Second free throw from Davis is good. 86-57, Eagles lead as Renell Bell will check in for Morgan State. Jonathan Duran alongside Hall of Famer Joe Simmons. We're closing this game out. What have you seen from North Carolina Central in this game?
I think they're playing a little better now. This group here, well, we got some subs in now, but they found a little bit of a rhythm and started to stretch the game back out a little bit. It looked like Morgan was fighting their way back into it, and then Larry McKnight got going. We talked about how much easier it is for him to get around now at his size, but he's done a really good job this year being more aggressive with the basketball. And I think that they need wing players who can be aggressive with the basketball to free it up for the big men and the spot-up shooters, because fortunately for us, we've got 2 real good spot-up shooters, and everyone else is a little bit above average.
Zachary Douglas called for the foul on the opposite side of the floor, his 4th, and Morgan State able to come down with a quick layup on the opposite side. It's now 86-59. Credit the layup to Tyler Streeter. Julian Walters running the offense, goes to the left side to Zachary Douglas. To the left side, it's Miller. Another 3-pointer. It's good. Randy Miller Jr. has made his 7th 3 of the game. He has 27 points.
I like the way he's filling it up, and when he get a couple more opportunities here, we'll be approaching record territory.
On the right side, holding on to it is Streeter. Streeter drops this one off. A step-back jumper from Davis. And how about that? He cans that one.
Yeah, nice little step back. Put him in the blender. Remix it a little bit.
89-61 North Carolina Central. To the right side, it's Douglas. Douglas in the middle of the floor. And now to the right, John Guerra. Guerra going to call for an offensive foul to come back the other way. 1:08 to go.
Yeah, Guerra hadn't seen as much playing time as he did last year. That time had an opportunity to penetrate, and he decided he was going to play fullback instead of basketball.
1:08 to go here, 89-61. This is going to be the last upcoming weekend without playoff football before we head to the Super Bowl. Rams and Patriots coming up. A couple of wild games last night. Yeah.
Saw some highlights today. I see the GOAT is back at it again, Tom Brady. He's gotten my vote now as the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't know about the greatest football player of all time, because I don't know a quarterback can be the greatest football player of all time.
It's hard to stop.
It's hard, yeah.
He's hard to stop.
As far as he's been in 9 Super Bowls, and no other team has been in more than 8. So that says a lot.
3-pointer knocked down by Martez Cameron. I love the storyline of the Patriots and Rams meeting for the first time in over, about 14 years, the last time they met in the Super Bowl. Last time they met, true story, I won a Susan B. Anthony, only because I picked the Patriots to win, just because the Rams were in St. Louis, and I didn't want the St. Louis team to win. Julian Walters for three left side, and the Eagles have made their 12th three-pointer of the game, 92-64, and the timers are off. 22 seconds to go. Streeter at the point. He's going to drive to the left, and he drops it off. A drive from the left side from Streeter is no good. Rebounded inside. Second chance, no good. Pulled down by Douglas, and that's the end of this one. 5 seconds to go. Julian Walters will dribble this one out, and that is a maroon and gray victory. 92-64. North Carolina Central back into the win column. They're now 4-1 in league play, 9-10 overall. Morgan State 7-12, 2-4 in MEAC play. It's a maroon and gray victory. You heard it all right here on the NCCU Sports Network. The Eagles postgame report presented by True Pack Moving System. The Eagles postgame report presented by Bojangles comes up next.
You're listening to NCCU Basketball on the NCCU Sports Network.
Spoken for Communications specializes in speech-language pathology and occupational therapy for children of all ages and is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Spoken for Communications serves clients from Durham County to Bertie County. For more information on Spoken for Communications, call 919-361-1090 or online at www.spoken-4.com. Spoken for Communications, because every child deserves to be heard.
North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat have a 100-year tradition of providing advanced, friendly, caring treatment to every patient. Our staff and physicians deliver comprehensive, state-of-the-art care in a personal, community-based setting. For your convenience, North Carolina Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat has 4 convenient locations located throughout the Triangle. We specialize in ophthalmology, LASIK, allergy, and audiology. Contact us today at 919-595-2000 or visit www.nceent.com. NC Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat is a proud sponsor of NCCU Athletics. Quality Care Solutions is committed to providing effective mental health and substance abuse services to children. We focus on the foundational tenets of honesty to build trust, character to gain substance, faith to believe dreams come true, integrity to foster goodwill, loyalty to grow through, and love because there's an abundance of it. At Quality Care Solutions, we seek to provide a safe, constructive climate in which change occurs by emphasizing positive aspects of each child rather than focusing on negative behaviors. Quality Care Solutions Incorporated, making a difference one child at a time.
Tailgating is a song heard across campuses, parking lots, and open fields, where all you need is a Bojangles Big Bow Box and a love for the game. So bring your chicken, your biscuits, your fixins, and your tea, because game day doesn't begin with a whistle. It begins with a Bojangles tailgate.
Every tailgate starts with Bojangles. Grab an 8, 12, or 20-piece tailgate special. Bojangles. It's bow time.
All right, Eagle fans, it's bow time. Welcome to the Eagles post-game report presented by Bojangles, as North Carolina Central has bounced its way back into the win column. A 92-64 win over Morgan State. The Eagles now 4-1 in league play. They remain in third place. Morgan State now 2-4 in MEAC play. 92-64, and the biggest factor in this game, Randy Miller Jr. 7 for 8 from the perimeter. He's the first Eagle to make 7 threes in the game since Anthony McDonald, the Ant-Man, at ETSU, January 31st, 2015. He was 7 for 12. He's the most accurate to do it. At 7 for 8, he's the most accurate Eagle shooter to hit 7 3-pointers. And he was incredible. A game-high 27 points. 1 3-pointer shy, that one that you talked about that he rushed from hitting 30.
Wow, and, that's phenomenal that he came out shooting like that. They've struggled offensively, trying to find points in the backcourt, and today he kind of lifted that away really early, and it allowed more room for the big man to operate, and you see Rashad Davis was able to come up with a big night as well with a huge double-double.
16 and 18 for Rashawn Davis. Two other Eagles with 15 points, McKnight and Douglas both with 15. A double-double for Douglas as well, 15 and 10. Jordan Perkins, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 points. Reggie Gardner Jr., 11 points and 2 steals for him. The numbers for the Eagles, 53% from the floor, 52.2% from the arc on 12 made threes, 10 for 15 from the free throw line, and 45 rebounds.
Wow. That's a really good day. That's a productive day from the perimeter and in the post.
For Morgan State, it was Devonish Prince Jr. and Cameron. They combined for 24 points, 12 each. The leading rebounder for Morgan State was Miller and Davis together. They both put up 5. Cameron pushed out 5 assists. Morgan State shoots 40.6% from the floor, just 2 made three-pointers. 2 for 12, 16.7%. They're also 10 for 16 from the free throw line. Both teams made 10 free throws, but the Eagles just able to make their shots count. Again, they made 10 more three-pointers than Morgan State, and that helped to add up to what turned out to be a 28-point victory for North Carolina Central.
I mean, there it is. That 30 points is the difference in the ballgame. You look at how they played. Morgan didn't really knock down a lot of shots until about the end of the middle of the second half. Other than that, they struggled offensively from the field, and it showed up, and that's one of the reasons why we were able to get the lead that we got.
Eagle head coach Gavel Moten, he always says that Martin Luther King Jr. Day is the bellwether for this team. You know, if you're not good by then you're not going to be good. If you're good then you got some work to do to make sure you keep it up. The Eagles dropped that game on Saturday, a game that you might feel they could have closed out, and you probably think on a different day they would have closed it out. They're 4-1 in league play. How do you feel about this team as they get ready to bring in the rivals from Greensboro?
Well, I still think they got a lot of work to do. You're looking at what they do. This is probably the thinnest they've ever really been in the post in the last couple of years, and not a lot of great tall players to kind of lean on. So Davis and Zakari are both going to have to suck it up and play a lot of minutes and play well. The backcourt's just going to have to be more consistent. What we got tonight from the backcourt was good, and it could be better. Garner could play a little bit better. And we didn't really see what Jabri Blunt really brings to the table tonight. So you got 2 opportunities now to get a little bit better in the backcourt as well. So I think Coach Moten's going to be happy with the win, but they've got a lot of things they can work on to get a little bit better.
All right, Joe, thanks for joining us. I'll see you on Saturday, man.
All right, man, no doubt.
That's Joe Simmons, Hall of Famer here at North Carolina Central University, and that just about does it for our broadcast here. Full game story and stats can be found on the official website of NCCU Athletics. That's nccueaglepride.com. Your final score, North Carolina Central 92, Morgan State 64. I'd like to send a special thank you to my parents who are always listening at home in the Triangle, and to you, Eagle fans, for listening to this afternoon's broadcast. The executive producer of the NCCU Sports Network is Kyle Serba. Special thanks to Dr. Ingrid Wicker-McCree and all of the North Carolina Central University Department of Athletics staff for all their help as well. This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network. Wherever you are, God bless and good night. Our next broadcast on the NCCU Sports Network will be on Saturday against North Carolina A&T State University. Women's game at 2 p.m., men's game at 4, live right here on the NCCU Sports Network. And the video broadcast for the men's game also on Flow Sports. Special thank you to all of the Eagle Vision staff for all of their help today for making this game possible. For Joe Simmons, I'm Jonathan Duran. We'll see you next time right here on the NCCU Sports Network. Durham, I love you. Dr. King, we thank you.